What are you doing?
Shh! Can't you see what I'm playing?
No, I can't see that.
That's right, because it's dark. It's finally time to talk about the darkest game in the franchise. And it's time for you to hear that song everyone uses in these videos, because that's the only one they remember from the game's soundtrack. It's time to talk about Doom 3.
Staying up here. It's the only safe place.
Doom 3 is a very special game. It came out in a time when the franchise wasn't doing so good. It was still popular, obviously, because it's Doom, but at that point, there hasn't been a new Doom game by id Software for like 10 years. There was a ton of hype around it. I remember going to some kind of gaming convention and watching my cousin play the demo for this game. I kept bugging him and asking stupid questions about what's going on, what are these enemies, where the game takes place. He eventually told me to stop bothering him. It was awesome. Like I previously said, Doom 64 is the real Doom 3, because it's an actual sequel to Doom 2. Doom 3, on the other hand, I don't know why the number 3 is there. It's not a sequel, it's not even the same timeline. It's more of a reboot or a remake of Doom 1. I remember the developer saying something like, it's a reboot of the franchise, but at the same time it's kind of a sequel, even though it has nothing to do with the story, something like that.
We knew we wanted to take the Doom story, the original Doom story, and the Doom environment, and sort of bring that into the future.
The story of Doom takes place as if the first two never happened. So it's very important that fans realize that this is not Doom 3, after Doom 2 Hell on Earth. This is Doom 3, whereas Doom and Doom 2 never happened.
But you still called it Doom 3? That doesn't make any sense, Tim. They do have a Shrek figurine during one of the interviews, so I will forgive them for that. They obviously care about my forgiveness. Like all of id Software's games at the time, it was mostly about pushing technology forward. And yeah, Doom 3 was a big step. Look at that dynamic lighting. I don't really care about that stuff, but yeah, it's impressive. There was a bit of a competition between it and Half-Life 2, which came out the same year, in more ways than one. You'll see. Both games are great and technological and stuff, but who cares about that? We do not need to waste time comparing and asking who did it better. We're all adults here, so instead, let's waste time talking about a video game from 2 decades ago. And yeah, we're playing on Veteran. This game is pretty easy.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence. With unlimited funds and the ability to engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
A shady mega corporation doing experiments outside of moral and legal obligation? What could possibly go wrong? If you don't know, or if you forgot because you were thinking about those responsibilities you have and you keep procrastinating, the UAC are responsible for stupid and evil experiments in every Doom game. In this timeline, the year is 2145. Recently, they've been focusing on teleportation. This research facility is located on Mars. None of that Phobos Deimos shit. We're actually on Mars. Workers have started disappearing and one of the scientists has been acting weird. The board, who are kind of like the IRS, have sent an inspection agent from Earth. His name is Swan. He's wearing sunglasses in a space facility and he came with a bodyguard who has a really big gun.
I'm tired of running damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right. You're the control. And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, but Kruger is gonna start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Hey, that isn't me. That's an imposter.
Yeah, well, at least he's not insecure like you. and he doesn't hide behind a helmet, he actually shows his face. Though a helmet would have been nice, since the game takes place on Mars, there are areas where you go outside and there's not much oxygen to be found here, so... This isn't the original Doom guy. This is another guy. It's the Doom Marine. He's probably not as strong as the original, even before he became the Doom Slayer. Especially now that he has a stamina meter. That's lame. And he has to reload his guns? Ugh. But he's still a massive badass. Look at this. Damn. Anyway, we get a very Half-Life inspired opening. Doom started copying from Valve. Look at this long opening with no combat. This is a stark contrast to the previous games. You click new game, selected your difficulty, then bam, you're shooting enemies, killing demons, or using a chainsaw in the first 5 seconds. But here, nope, you don't get into the action right away. You can do other things though, like walking around, talking to people,
Mere research facility.
Play video games that have the face of the protagonist from the other timeline, disturb the workers until they file a formal complaint, but no one is going to do anything about it because they will be busy dying.
You better move along. It looks like you've got some important things to do.
This guy gave us a PDA, which is mostly used as a sort of universal keycard. It allows you to open doors, but you can also use it to read notes, listen to people talk, and find your current objective. You do it by shoving this thing right in your face. When I get an email, this is exactly how I read it. Ow! Doom 3 didn't just copy Half-Life's homework, it also copied from System Shock. There's tons and tons of emails and audio logs. Most of them aren't important, unless you like reading an email about someone complaining that he gets too much email. No, the only ones you should really look at are the ones that contain codes for these lockers. They usually have health and ammo inside of them. Anyway, we need to see a Sergeant Kelly. We just landed and already he has a mission for us. But before that, we eavesdrop on a certain conversation. I like these transitions from gameplay to cutscene. It's like we're a spirit that's leaving his body.
I'm here because there seems to be some very serious problems.
Oh, really? Do I need to remind you of the groundbreaking work that we're doing here?
No, but I've been authorized by the board to look at everything.
The board authorized you? The board doesn't know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
Meet Betschruger. If you couldn't tell by his appearance and the way he speaks, this guy is kind of evil. He looks like he could be Dr. Evil's eviler brother.
Just stay out of my way. Amazing things will happen here soon. You just wait.
Whatever they're talking about doesn't concern us. Yet. Yeah, it doesn't concern us. I don't wanna get involved.
Hold him down. Okay, he's sedated now.
Are you two just gonna leave him like this? He doesn't even have a face. For now, we need to get yelled at by our asshole commander.
Took your sweet time, Marine?
Yes, thanks for noticing.
Here's the situation. Another member of the science team's gone missing. Since you're the ranking FNG, you get to find him.
But I just got here. Fine. He gives us a sentry bot that will guide us for a little bit. They'll be useful later.
Got a mission to accomplish. Start moving, Marine. Are you deaf, Marine? When I say move out, you better move.
Yeah, I'll deal with you later, tough guy. We followed the sentry bot to an elevator. I like how it's looking back to make sure you're still there. We take the elevator down and acquire some weapons.
Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Most unexciting place on Mars.
Oh, it's about to get exciting. Don't worry. We grab a pistol and a flashlight. Because this game is infamously dark, I had to crank up the brightness while I was editing this video. That's right, I control the brightness, Doom 3, not you. How do you counter the darkness without using an editing software? With the flashlight, of course. Do I really need to talk about the flashlight? For some reason, it became this huge controversial thing. Especially after the BFG edition came out, where you can use it with a weapon at the same time. Yeah, it kind of removes some of the tension in this very spooky game, but from what I understand, that's the way it should have been in the original version. John Carmack said that it messed with the dynamic lighting or something, so they had to make it a separate item. So who gives a shit?
Brightening things up, the obvious... One of the huge problems with Doom 3 was the game was just too dark. And some of that was me. My wife brings this up all the time about how I killed the flashlight originally because I didn't want one more dynamic render light in the entire scene because it was going to affect the frame rate too much. Because, thinking back then, we were, limping along on the PCs with that very finely tuned number of lights on there. I'm like, well, you throw the flashlight out there, everything casts a dynamic shadow, it's one more pass over everything, the frame rate will get cut in half, and we just can't do that. The game will be like tense and fun having to switch between, your flashlight and your weapon. And it was, the funny thing is that when we said in BFG that, okay, the flashlight's there all the time as an option, you can bring it up with one of the triggers on the controller, we had a bunch of people come out and say, no, you're destroying the ambience of the original game. And there's something to that, to the sort of, masochistic sense of running through the game like that. But the game is a lot more fun when you can see and appreciate what's in there. You can just kind of shine the light in every dark corner, run around and play like that.
I prefer it this way. Not because it's more tense, or because it supposedly preserves the original horror vibe. No, the reason I want the flashlight as a separate item is because I can hit enemies with it. You can save a lot of ammo by beating the enemies to death with it. It's way stronger than it looks. It's also very amusing. You can also use it to kill random people, if you really want to.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited and shoot at me.
Hey! You're looking for the scientist, right? I'm not sure you want to find him. You see... never mind. Don't listen to me. Never mind what I said.
What? He said not to shoot anyone. He did not say anything about hitting them with a flashlight. And damn, I'm strong. I reduced him to a skeleton.
Listen, Scotty, I've done this 1,000,000 times. It's not that hard.
Why don't you crawl your fat ass down here and do it yourself?
Because I'm getting paid to make sure you do it. Just finish the coupling so we can continue. Buddy, don't know if I can really help you with anything. I'm kind of busy here.
Ross? Hey, what the hell's going on up there?
Everything's fine. Your friend has just turned into a skeleton, that's all. Do you remember how Sergeant Kelly asked if we took our sweet time, Marine?
Took your sweet time, Marine?
It's a common phrase. People say it all the time. Take your time. But what does that even mean? Where am I taking my time? Am I taking it for a walk? Like it's a dog? And how does he know that the time I took was sweet? Can time be sour? Or bitter? Does time have a taste? Oh, and here's the scientist we needed to find.
Huh? No, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend.
The devil is real. I know. I built his cage.
I'm getting abnormal readings here.
I love that line. Also, you know how in every game, the Hell invasion has already happened and you're just there to clean everything up? Well, here, we get to experience it as it happens. And it's glorious. A portal has opened to Hell. Demons start to invade. The people are becoming possessed. You can kill this scientist before he turns into a zombie, but I didn't do that. Why can't they open a portal to heaven? Why does it always have to be hell? Everyone is either dying or being possessed by evil spirits. Or both. Our objective is to regroup with the other Marines.
Help!
Don't worry, I'll save you from the zombie. There, the zombie can't get you now. One thing this game loves to do is jump scares. It just can't get enough of them. An enemy will either be right on the other side of the door, ambush you as soon as you pick up an item, or jump at you from a wall that suddenly opened up as you walked by. That's why we call it a monster closet. The most common enemy you'll find during these jump scares are imps. It's the game's favorite enemy. You kill like 500 of them here. We get introduced to one in a spooky cutscene. I remember reloading a save file as a child just so I could watch this cutscene over and over again. I don't know why I liked it so much. Look, I know that Doom 3 loves monster closets. It thinks it's the most exciting shit in the whole universe. But let's actually think about how it works. So you're telling me the UAC built random walls that would randomly open up at random times? Why would they do that? If there was a secret passage there, then that could be useful, but there's nothing there. It doesn't lead anywhere. And how does it activate anyway? How did the enemies get in there to begin with? Sometimes there's a monster closet inside of a monster closet. Why? These questions are very important to the lore. Most of the times in these situations, you'll be dealing with the imps, and the best way to deal with them is the shotgun, which is another controversial topic. People call it the worst shotgun ever, and yeah, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. So what if it sometimes doesn't hit its target from medium range? Can you hit someone from medium range? Probably not. So who are you to judge? No, they ruined my favorite game by Nepcon, the creators of Resident Evil. As much as the game relies on cheap jump scares, it does occasionally have tense moments that can really get under your skin. Like how you walk inside this bathroom, the demons are trying to take control over your soul, but you manage to resist by looking at yourself really hard.
The UAC is here to help you. Psychological services are free and confidential.
This is actually a typical bathroom experience in my house. Or when you walk next to this door, and then... Or when you walk into this satanic ritual and hear... That's kind of rude. I don't wanna save you. I don't even know who you are. You can at least tell me your name before asking for help. The nerve of some people. We find a terminal and get a Skype call from Kelly. He gives us a new objective. Team up with Marines from Bravo Squad and send a transmission to Earth so they could send reinforcements.
Good job. And good luck, Marine.
Oh, so now you're being nice to me? Don't think I forgot how you treated me like 20 minutes ago. I'll never forget. I'm like Jew on the Grudge, only without the long Japanese hair. We find a sentry bot that helps us deal with the demons. It's like a spider with a machine gun. It's really useful, and it eventually leads us to this cutscene, which we somehow hear very clearly from here.
The UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, plan B.
Yeah, this dude brought a BFG with him, which seems a little too much, considering they were just coming here to talk to some old doctor. But hey, it will come in handy now. Hey man, you okay?
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me.
Okay, if you say so. We continue towards Bravo team while killing anything in sight. And then we meet the Pinky, who doesn't look anything like he did in the past games, nor how he will look in the future games. I do like his design though. He's like a weird bull with robotic legs. I also love this part. He wants to eat us, obviously. We're a very tasty human, So he tries to break through the door. And just as he's about to succeed, he's like, oh wait, I can just break this glass instead. Way easier. Yeah. We'll occasionally get glimpses of Swan as they run through the facility. The transmission can't be sent because, like in every story with some kind of outbreak, the internet suddenly stops working. Imagine trying to fix the internet in your house and then suddenly seeing this. Ah man, look what you did. You made a new enemy appear. Yeah, you're in pain, but you don't have to yell so much. These are the maggots. Yes, that's their actual name. They don't have long range attacks, so they're easy to deal with. Hello? Sir? Sir? How are you attacking me? You do not possess a head. If you haven't figured out that Betruger is an evil bastard, and that he's probably behind all of this, here's him laughing maniacally, and somehow we can hear it across the whole base. We get a glimpse of Bravo team running somewhere. If I wasn't a silent protagonist, I might have shouted something like, hey, we need to regroup, don't run too far. We'll see them later. As we progress, we come across a survivor that's actually useful.
Don't shoot. I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here if you can get me off this base.
Sure, man. You'll be my own personal flashlight and legs, and I'll pretend like I know how to get out of here. This is actually a well-made section. We need to protect the scientist while he lights the way forward. The area is pitch black, so if he dies, you'll have to constantly switch back between your flashlight and weapons. More than usual. In the BFG edition, you do not need him since you can use your flashlight and weapons at the same time, making this whole section meaningless. I usually kill anyone I see, but you know what? You did such a good job that I'm gonna let you go. Okay? Go on. Have a nice life. Oh. Oh. Well, nice knowing you. As we progress, we see people who were cocooned. They might still be alive in there. Probably not. Soon after, we get ambushed by tons of spiders. They're called Trites, and they look like upside down human faces with legs. I really like their creepy design, but at the same time, these are some of the most annoying enemies in the game. There's a random morality choice, I guess. This person is trapped and asks us for help. I know, I've been killing these scientists throughout the whole game, but I'm gonna choose to let him out of here. Because killing him myself is more satisfying than just letting him die from starvation or something. We see Swan and his bodyguard using the BFG and some spiders. That's a waste. We go after them and the big lady spider shows us her butt. By the way, the footage in this video may seem a bit stretchy. I don't know why it's like that. It's something with the resolution. The height is okay, but the width is weird. It also happened in my Resident Evil video. She's called Vagary, and is probably the toughest fight in the game. She somehow uses telekinesis to throw spiky balls at you. I guess she's the equivalent of the Spider Mastermind from the original Doom. Defeating the spider gets us closer to Bravo team. But oh wait, they get completely destroyed by a couple of imps. Pathetic. It's probably because they don't have a flashlight, so they couldn't see them. We'll see more of them later. One of them accidentally shoots a pipe, which causes a devastating chain reaction. Everything starts to blow up, which causes the main reactor to overheat, which is bad. So of course we need to fix this mess. After getting help from another lovely sentry bot, we encounter a female. Hey, you're the only woman I met in this game, unless you count that spider with a big butt. How you doing? Maybe after all of this is over, we can get together and... Ah, come on. Not again. This happens every time I talk to a woman. Yeah, these are the last souls. I guess they come out of people's faces now. They're annoying as ever. We managed to somehow stabilize the reactor, I think. That was easy. Nearby, there's a monitor showing Swan and his bodyguard. They're talking about stopping the transmission. The one that Sergeant Kelly told us to send. Why would they want to stop it? Doom 3 has some unique enemies that never show up in the later games. We get introduced to these teleporting dudes, which is weird because they started attacking me like 10 minutes before their cutscene plays. They're easy to deal with. The Gecko Demon kind of shows up, and he's not a big tomato anymore. He looks more like his Doom 64 version, or the Doom 2 Pain Elemental. An enemy with a chainsaw ambushes us. Believe it or not, it has a backstory. Apparently, a crate of chainsaws was accidentally shipped to Mars. Yeah, those delivery boys don't know what the heck they're doing. Thanks though, this is awesome. Oh, sorry for disturbing you, sir. Here, come here, let me clean you up. Yeah! We finally find a working terminal, capable of sending the transmission to Earth. But...
Marine, you hear me? Back off from that console. Do not call for reinforcements. We don't know what the hell is going on here, and until we do, this area remains under UAC control. Cancel that transmission.
It seems weird at first, but he does have a point. Whatever's happening here is bad, but at least it's contained. The demons cannot get out of here. If we send it, the demons might get a hold of the spaceships that will arrive and use them to get to Earth. I don't really know if they can fly spaceships, but let's not take that risk. They did do that in TNT Evolution. I chose to cancel the transmission, which really pisses off Sergeant Kelly, which makes him seem suspicious. He really wants to send that transmission.
Green, you have just violated a direct order. Get your ass back to that console and send that transmission.
No. I'm done following your orders, Sarge. Unfortunately, it was all for naught, because Betruger sends the transmission himself.
It's a pity you did not alert the fleet, but it is of no consequence. I'll alert them myself. They will come to the rescue and be consumed by my legion. We will use their ships to bring this hell to Earth. You won't live to see it.
Yeah, okay. Who's that behind you? Is that a demon? Working on a computer? Is he programming? Do demons know computer science? What is he using? C++? The Revenant shows up, and he looks cool, kind of angry. He has homing missiles, but they're not too dangerous to deal with. Betruger has started to really notice us, so he cosplays as Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
You will never escape me. Your soul will be mine.
You know what? Take my soul. Take it. I'd rather give it to you than deal with these babies with wings. These are the cherubs. They come in packs like the spiders, only they're way more irritating. On the other hand, the Mancubus. The Mancubus is cool. He's stronger than his Doom 2 counterpart. He's got that whole Cthulhu vibe. Betruger decides he needs more demons to stop us, so he just creates one himself. He can do that now, somehow.
Rise, rise, quas mir Yalopan.
The commandos can be brutal. There's two variants, one who runs and slaps you with his big tentacle hand, and another one with a chain gun, which is the equivalent of the chain gunners from Doom 2. They're a nuisance, but at least they're beautiful. Our current objective is to meet up with Swan. In order to do that, we need to use this monorail. There's a scientist inside who has something pretty important to tell us.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I bet it has to do with those artifacts we were digging up at Site 2. I bet they're somehow connected with those things in the Delta Complex.
Okay, it's not important, yet. He's talking about digging up artifacts. Remember that for later. Because this is a horror game, the monorail eventually crashes in a spooky way. It just has to happen. I don't even know how it happened. The Doom Marine just walks away, like nothing happened. Like it was just a casual train ride. He can't stop laughing. He thinks this is a comedy tour.
Making progress, Marine? Your journey is futile. You will die, and your soul will be mine.
Yeah, whatever you say, Baldy. How are you even talking with me? We go deeper into the facility and discover that, surprise, surprise, the UAC already knew about them, even before this invasion. Oh yeah, they knew. There's a scientist that practically confesses about the whole thing. He recorded his confession. He was helping Betrugor with his teleportation experiments, and according to him, it was all going well at first. They then opened a portal to some strange dimension and sent a few people inside to investigate. Many of them died, and the ones who survived suffered severe mental breakdowns. Some of them were chewing their own fingers. They saw all of that, realized this dimension is actually hell, and were like, wow, that's crazy, dude. Let's send more people. It's okay, it's for science. And money. They started capturing demons and bringing them back for research. Betrugor was intrigued. One day he went into hell himself, but when he returned, he was different. He changed. That's probably when he lost his hair. Remember when this guy on the train told us about some artifact? Well, apparently some archaeologists found some ruins and dug up something called a soul cube. At first, nobody knew what it was, but it was clearly special in some way. The researchers did some science and discovered that it once belonged to some ancient civilization that lived on Mars. Martians. They were wiped out by the demons, but the soul cube managed to drive them away. The soul cube was comprised from the souls of some of the Martians. It is said that it is the only weapon that can truly stop the invasion. That's kind of true. Well, Betrugor took it with him to hell, and that's when the invasion started. The scientist feels horrible about all of it, so he decided to expose himself. Well, you were still involved, so fuck you. It's cool how we can see some of the enemies here. It's like a demon museum. Or a zoo. Holy shit, someone tore out a Hell Knight's head, along with its spine. Was it the Doomslayer? We even find a scientist studying them. Maybe he will come up with some unique way of stopping them. Maybe there's some kind of weakness. Maybe we have some hope. Forget all of that for now. We're finally getting the BFG. You can find it in like 5 different places. But if you know the code, you can get it here. It works differently than before. It's more like the Quake 2 version, or the new Doom games. You can charge it, and it shoots green tentacles that just shreds everything in their path. We're gonna use it very soon.
It's much too unpredictable. Don't let it overcharge. What do you mean, overcharge?
Remember the Archvile? He doesn't have his unavoidable flaming attack anymore, and he cannot resurrect demons. He can summon them though, but he's a pushover. He's super easy to deal with compared to Doom 2 and Doom Eternal. We see Betrugor walking with his bodyguards. By the way, Betrugor means betrayer or cheater in German. In case you needed another hint that he's morally flexible, it could also mean scam artist. So if the game took place in our time, he would have a YouTube channel about crypto or something. We chase after him, but he teleports away.
Stop him!
You should know by now that a few goons aren't enough to stop me.
You will never find the thing you seek. It is trapped in hell forever.
Yeah, that's what my therapist said. We finally find him, but he decides to kind of recreate the last level of Doom 1's first episode. He sends a couple of Hell Knights against us. It's a cool moment. Man, he just cannot stop laughing. Do you think he has a condition? Like the Joker?
You will never escape me. Your soul will be mine.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
I wasn't bothering him.
Just stop. What, you think that's funny?
Welcome to Hell, the most famous part of this game. This is without exaggeration the best Hell level in the franchise, the definitive peak Hell level. This looks exactly the way I pictured it as a kid. Don't ask me why I was thinking about Hell as a child. It's really spooky, man. You see a giant skull with lots of condemned souls inside of it. You touch the light, then bam, you're floating in the air, while a cage is slowly closing around you, only to let you out after a few seconds. They could have just kept him in there until he starved to death. Finally, we have infinite stamina. I don't know why. Maybe this is actually heaven. During the teleportation, we lost all of our weapons, somehow. So I killed a Hell Knight with a pistol and one shotgun. Shot. Okay, this is legitimately creepy. Look at this. There's no better depiction of hell in video games. We kill a bunch of demons and find a second and final berserk. There was one a few levels ago, I didn't mention that. Is this a helmet? Am I supposed to put it on? It works like it does in the new Doom games. You just one-shot everyone for like 30 seconds, while someone is screaming in your ear.
For every step you take, your soul moves closer to me.
Are you still on about that? We eventually managed to find most of our weapons, but more importantly, the Soul Cube.
Save us.
My guardian will destroy you!
As the gentleman just mentioned, this is the Guardian. He's guarding the Soul Cube from pesky little buggers like us. He can't see, so he sends out these flying seeker things. They are like his eyes. After you destroy them, you can shoot his big blue ball while avoiding his other balls. Do that a few times and you win.
We are the Brilliant Thor. You know us as the Soul Cube. Free us from our eternal prison, and we will help you. Vanquish our enemies, and we grow stronger. Listen for our call, and then free us to smite down the evil.
Yeah, okay. We find a random portal that is somehow operational, and use it to get back to Mars.
You are too late. Hell no longer needs that portal to enter this world. The invasion you saw was only the first wave. The Hell Gate is capable of sending millions of my children into your world. Soon, the fleet from Earth will be here, and with their ships, we will bring this hell to Earth.
Yeah, whatever, man. Why did I lose all of my weapons? Again? Imagine if I lost the Soul Cube too. That would be awkward. We're back at the base, and there's more demons than ever. But now we have this. The Soul Cube can kill any demon with one hit, and transfer its life force to you, meaning you get some health back every time you use it on an enemy. And I do mean any demon, even Archviles and Hell Knights. There's only one monster that can survive a hit from the Soul Cube, but we'll get to that. We find Swan.
Still alive? Looks like you might be on your own. Sarge is gone. They've got to him. I don't know how long he's been working against us. He's no longer human. Campbell went after him. He's got to be stopped.
Oh, Campbell! That's your bodyguard's name. I've just been calling him a bodyguard this whole time. The joke is that these characters are forgettable. I didn't even know his name.
I'll try to make it out on my own. It's up to you now.
Yeah, you'll make it out. I believe in you. Anyone need some pointers for operating sacrificial portals? You never know when you're gonna need them. Hell is taking over the facility, and Sarge is waiting for us. He's been possessed. That's why he wanted to send that transmission earlier.
Sarge is waiting.
Yeah, I know he's waiting for me. We're getting close to the end of the game. Hell's influence is becoming more intense. Our creepy visions are starting to become a reality. We eventually find Campbell.
Sarge! Find him! Gotta find him! My gun! He's got my gun!
You let him take the BFG from you? You stupid fuck!
I killed that pathetic bodyguard. And now I will kill you.
No, I'm coming for you and for that BFG. Fun fact, if you kill him yourself, Sarge won't say that he's the one who killed him. He's not gonna say anything. He's probably like, whoa, he just killed him for no reason, and I thought I was a monster.
I can smell your fear.
That's kind of disgusting. You're smelling me now? You fucking weirdo. We finally find him, and he looks like he came out of a Quake game. He is also super easy. Yup, I'll take that. I told you I would get revenge on you for insulting me.
Take your sweet time, Marine.
Now that we got that out of the way, we can get to the dumbest part of the game. Or maybe it's brilliant, and I just don't get it. Nah, it's probably dumb. Hey, get out of here. I'm trying to explain the story of this game. These demons have no manners. So there's these tablets. They were made by the Martians thousands or millions of years ago. They depict a... well, you can see for yourself. Yeah, these aliens supposedly looked like humans. They were similar in shape and size.
Like us, at least to the extent that they were bipedal and were similar in shape and size.
You know what that means? It's another stupid plot about how humanity was created by aliens. We have a lot of those in fiction, don't we? So you're telling me that I'm a Martian? My ancestors lived on Mars, huh? Cool. When some of them were sacrificed to create the Soul Cube, they gave it to their mightiest warrior and sent him to defeat all of the demons, which he did, single-handedly. Sounds familiar? It implies that the original Doom guy was part of that species, and he was the one who used the Soul Cube to defeat the demons. First of all, Doom guy doesn't need no ancient artifact to kill demons, his hands are enough for that. Second, he's a human being, so obviously he can't be a Martian man. Maybe it's an ancestor that looked like him? The only way to explain it is by saying that Doom 3 is just an alternate timeline. Doom Eternal kind of supports this theory. Also, get this, the Martians left these tablets in case the people of the future will ever need to fight against Hell. You know, they try to be nice. They wanted to protect the future, but they also left detailed instructions on how to create portals, which is the exact thing that caused the invasion in the present. Stupid Martians, why leave information about something that could wipe out another civilization? Personally, I think it was an elaborate prank. There's a scientist hiding next to the tablets. Of course I kill him, but if you do that, an archvile will spawn in your face, as if to punish you. Worth it.
So you made it this far.
We eventually reach the dig site, where they discovered these tablets. Encounter the big spider with the big butt again. Fight all of the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce. Find the supposed sarcophagus of the Doom guy Martian who defeated the demons. Maybe it's the same one from Doom 2016. And eventually we reach the cyber demon. Rip and tear until it is done. No, wait. I was gonna make a cool montage, but then I remembered that this fight kind of sucks. It's cool seeing the big metal boy again, but it's too easy. You cannot hurt him with any weapon besides the soul cube. Unlike other demons though, he doesn't die from one charge. So you just do it a few more times. Easy. The soul cube cuts his leg, goes into his face and cuts him from the inside. The Martians got their revenge. The Doom Marine stands victorious as the Soul Cube flies out of him and closes the Hell Gate for good, which is this giant hole where demons come out. The ships from Earth eventually arrive. They declare that everyone's dead besides the Marine. They find him and escort him back to Earth, I guess. I hope.
Have you located Counselor Swan? Yes, sir. He's dead. Roger, Recon 1.
Oh, before the final fight, you can find a secret with a thank you message from all the developers. Look at that. That's cool. That's nice. That's wholesome. It might seem like I hate this game based on my profound commentary, but no, I love this game. It gets too much hate. Yeah, it's not a fast-paced, high-octane shooter, but it's a solid horror game. It's fun. More people should play it. At the very end, we see that Betruger is in hell. He transformed into some kind of giant demon bat, and for the next 2 years, he's going to live as a tongue. I wonder if it's comfortable or not. We'll see him very soon, because this isn't over yet. 1 year after the game's release, an expansion came out, which continued the story. It's very evil. This might be better than the base game. Doom 3, Resurrection of Evil, is kind of like what Doom 2 was to Doom 1, which means it's basically the same game as the previous one, but there's a few new additions. We'll get to that. So everything that happened in the last game was classified as a mechanical failure. It's like saying the Holocaust was just a misunderstanding. Less than a year later, the UAC resumed their bullshit research. Because of course they did. The research is led by Dr. Elizabeth McNeil. Finally, another woman. I was getting tired of this sausage party. They sent a team of Marines to explore the old caverns we visited at the end of Doom 3. Apparently they picked up some kind of signal. One of them plants a bomb to blow up this wall. Because explosions are cool, yo. But also, they discover a secret chamber that houses an artifact. And it's not the Soul Cube. He doesn't even flinch when all of his teammates evaporate. This is the new protagonist, by the way. Also, Betruger is angry.
Hell reaches out for what is ours. We have been unbound. They have arrived, my trooper. As I promised.
He really wants that artifact, so he sends 3 Hell Hunters to find it. Not to be confused with the Doom Hunters. Wait, since when he became the boss of Hell?
Hunt them down.
For now, we don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna do what I always do in these situations. Hire an escort, kill demons. Lost Souls got a visual upgrade. They look similar to how they did in Doom 2. It's cooler, but they're still a pain in my ass. After killing some of them, we find a major addition to the franchise, the Grabber, which is basically the gravity gun from Half-Life 2, only worse. There's always been debates over which one came first, but it doesn't really matter, cause this one is kind of poop. It could have been better, it's not realizing its potential, which is exactly what my parents say about me, but it's still a good weapon. You can grab items from a distance and throw them around, which can sometimes damage enemies, but your screen goes wibbly wobbly, so you can't always see what's ahead of you. That's stupid. Of course you can throw projectiles back at enemies, which is always cool. Saves a lot of ammo. And you can one-shot Lost Souls and any other small enemy. So that's very nice. Or you can just mess around. There's someone here, but you can't kill this guy no matter what you do. What are these lockers made of?
Get the hell away from me!
A new enemy shows up. It's basically an imp, but with a green projectile, a tail, and a pointy head. We reach some kind of portal, and the protagonist is ready to go. The first Hell Knight appears. He's like a floating Hell Knight with no legs that can teleport. You see these turrets on the sides that shoot green balls? The only way to deal damage to him is to grab these balls and throw them at him. The bosses are actually neat. It's more than just shoot the bad monster until it dies, but it's still easy. Whenever you defeat one of them, the heart will absorb their soul, which will give you some kind of ability. The heart, which is just called the artifact, was created in Hell. The Martians found it, but were unable to destroy it, so they decided to hide it here. But then we showed up and made Hell aware of its whereabouts. Humans are dumb. The artifact needs to absorb corpses in order to power up. The first ability you get is slow motion, which lasts for a really long time. Enough for you to avoid environmental hazards and collect more bodies. And of course you can use it against enemies, which is kind of handy. It's also kind of creepy how your hands are becoming old when you hold it.
Help! Someone please! No! No!
What? The imp didn't even touch him. He just fell for no reason. The game is kind of done with monster closets. Now it's just throwing enemies left and right. So you're gonna rely on your heart. Always listen to your heart. No, that's a stupid advice. Hearts can't talk. Now we find another addition to the game. Wait, I need to play some games. Yeah, took him down with my bare hands. This is Sergeant Kelly's office, by the way. This means he played video games. Next to the arcade, we find Sarge's personal locker. There's a key inside and a super shotgun. A super shotgun. It's kind of weird that it wasn't in the base game, but what did I tell ya? It's like Doom 2, and just like in Doom 2, you're gonna use it for 90% of the time. So now we have a gravity gun that can throw projectiles at enemies without any cost, slow motion, and A double-barreled monster. Yeah, we're unstoppable. Hey, get out of here. Only I can play video games. After going to what looks like the inside of my ass, we find a scientist who's talking about science with Elizabeth.
See? Told you he'd make it.
Speak of the devil.
This protagonist is more expressive than the others. They analyze a piece of some tablet and come to a very, very obvious conclusion.
Our assumptions were correct. The artifact is a weapon of unbelievable power.
Yeah, I kind of understood that it's powerful. You do not need a science degree for that. They confirm that the artifact acts as a gateway from hell. She wants us to bring it to her so she could figure out how to destroy it. Damn it, I can't kill him. He knew what I was thinking, so he locked the door before the cutscene ended. Smart. There's a nice section where we go through a toxic waste, which sounds stupid when I say it out loud. The air is toxic, so we have to wear this helmet. I hope it protects us from the smell.
Yes, we're basically walking around in shit. But this is a good moment. Really.
Now we're back outside, gunning down geckos, using the grabber to snatch some air canisters from a distance. It's cool. You can't really grab a Revenant's rocket though, it kind of drifts away. We need to take a train. Again. As we're about to activate it, the second hunter shows up. Oh gee, I wonder where his weak point is. He likes to jump around, but all you need to do is shoot his heart in slow motion. You do it a few times and he goes down. Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. Now we have slow motion and berserk, which triples our power. Not just with our fists, it affects all of our weapons. Like we weren't powerful enough, we can just one-shot everything now. It's insane. Killing 3 revenants in a row with a flashlight never felt so good. Don't tell me you never wanted to use a flashlight on 3 boners. We get on the train. Oh, come on. That's not fair. The poor guy didn't stand a chance. He barely had a place to stand to begin with. And why do you have to spill blood all over my train? Are you gonna clean that? A new enemy shows up. The Bruiser. He's kind of tough, but that doesn't matter when I can one-shot him with my flashlight. He's got a TV with teeth. That's cool. I didn't know they had television in hell. There's actually a reason why he looks like that. He was supposed to be an enemy in the base game, who would disguise himself as a normal computer terminal. You would walk up to him, then boom, he would come to life. I'm not joking, this is real. Eventually, we meet Elizabeth. She found out something about the artifact.
As long as it resides in our dimension, there's always the danger of it being awakened, and then another invasion. The ancients knew it, and now we know it. It must be returned to the source of its evil in order to be destroyed. They couldn't do it, so they locked it away and fought to their death. You can use the Delta teleporter to return the artifact to hell for good. I know this sounds crazy, but it's the only way.
So you're telling me that I need to go to hell and return it to the demons? Like some kind of delivery man? Ah yes, hello, hey demons. I have a package for you. Just sign here, please. Hey, where's my tip? Our objective is to find and activate a portal to Heck. On the way there, we enter a large arena and encounter the final hunter. This kind of reminds me of the Suffering. I really need to make a video about it. He's one of the few enemies who doesn't go down after a single shot while using Berserk, because he's all electric and shit. You gotta wait until he starts charging his energy, like a battery. Then open up one of these and blow it up. When all of them are destroyed, well, he's going to be shocked.
Shut the fuck up.
What? Now I also have the power of invulnerability. It's like I turned on all of the cheats at the same time. I am unstoppable. By the way, Resurrection of Evil
really likes revenants, almost as much as Plutonia.
For some reason, we need to shut down the life support systems in order to activate the portal. I would say that's an evil thing to do. The BFG is just lying beneath a train, taking a nap. Come here. Eventually we find ourselves at the same portal we used in Doom 3, I think. And finally, we take the highway to hell. Again. Ah, it's good to be back. Floating skeleton? Hey little guy, what are you doing up there? Just floating around? Getting a suntan? The visuals here are great. These are probably the souls of all of the scientists I killed. Do you think these are the skulls of big demons who died? Or is it just some decorations the demons made for themselves? You know, to liven the place up. Betruger is sending everything he's got against us. He really wants that artifact. Don't worry, you'll get it soon. You weird Batman, xenomorph demon. We find a portal that will take us directly to him. We prepare ourselves and go inside. Come on!
What did you hope to accomplish by coming here, mortal?
Oh, I just wanted to see how ugly you are.
You have something that belongs to me. And I want it.
This is a cool fight, at least in terms of spectacle. It's also way better than the Cyber Demon fight. At least there's some actual challenge here. In this form, he's called the Maledict, which means something like Cursed One. Yeah, definitely. He was cursed to be bald. That's why he became evil, you know. He never got over that. When he lost his hair, he lost his mind. He's got the largest health pool in the game. You pretty much have to use the artifact in order to win. Wait for him,
slow down time, and blast him with the BFG.
After you're out of ammo, use rockets. It's not hard, but it will take a while to finish. That's what she said. This is the first time a Doom protagonist actually dies, but he goes out like a fucking badass.
Return what is ours.
Okay, he didn't actually die. I think he somehow got teleported back.
Marine? Marine, welcome home.
The day is saved. The artifact was destroyed, along with Betruger himself. No more hell invasions. I don't know how the protagonist knew that he needs to shove the artifact in his mouth, but okay. this expansion rules. I might like it more than the base game. The grabber might not be as amazing as Half-Life's gravity gun, but it's still fun and can even be used strategically. The heart basically gives you superpowers and almost
makes you feel like the Doom Slayer.
The addition of the super shotgun really makes a difference. It's the best weapon in the game, as expected. Combine all of these elements and you get one hell of an experience. Especially when you're in hell. These are some hellish puns. But it's not over yet. Oh no, we've still got one short but sweet campaign. Now we get to the last mission, and for that I need to go to the BFG edition, because it's only available there. Yep, it takes place 6 hours after the start of the original invasion. Remember Bravo Team? The guys who got demolished by like 2 imps? The ones who almost made the reactor explode? Those losers who didn't amount to anything, and their mother was right about them. Yeah, we're playing as one of them. Somehow he survived, though barely. Of course we don't need to worry about the flashlight anymore. They finally learned how to duct tape it to their armor, which means I can't use it to hit the demons anymore, so that's like half of my entertainment down the drain. Unfortunately, we can't use the grabber and the heart, not to mention the super shotgun, so I'm stuck with the normal shotgun again. But hey, look at this guy. Suddenly he kicks everyone's asses all by himself. Maybe he had social anxiety when he was still part of the team. That's why he sucked, but now he's a badass. After killing waves of zombies, imps, and the occasional gunman, we're contacted by a Dr. Richard, voiced by Paul Eading. Eading?
Paul Eading. Paul Eading. Paul Eading. Paul Eading.
AKA Colonel Campbell from Metal Gear, which is fitting because we can only see him through a small screen for now.
Monkeys! Your mission is to infiltrate the jungle and capture all of the monkeys.
You said monkeys?
Yes, monkeys.
My name is Richard. Dr. Richard Myers, and I believe I'm the last one alive from my team.
He basically tells us that everything's fucked, unless we manage to close a portal from inside of hell. So, I guess the one that Doomarine closed with the Soul Cube wasn't enough. There's another one. Somehow this is a very special portal, and if we do not destroy it, the demons will be able to use it to reach Earth. That's not very good. Okay, I lied. You can actually get the super shotgun if you find the password. Oh baby, it's good to have you back. I'm never letting go of you again. I'm gonna be like those insecure, clingy boyfriends who won't let you hang out with your friends. Ever. I also lied about the grabber. We find one and actually use it for a puzzle. The kind of puzzle you see in a Half-Life or Portal game. But first I need to say this. I can one-shot an Archvile. It's unbelievable. The Bruiser shows up again. We don't have a heart this time, so we actually need to take him seriously. Kind of. Where are you? We find him, do some maintenance work, and now we can go to hell to deactivate the portal.
I would disable it myself, but it requires 2 people to do it. One person at the outpost to initiate the teleporter, and another person here to transmit a power surge to destroy it. I know it's a lot to ask, but you'll need to go to the other dimension, find the remote outpost, and initiate the startup sequence. Your only hope of defeating this—
Monkeys!
You just can't stop cheating on your test, huh? You can't stop copying from Valve. This is basically the same plan they had in Half-Life 1. The scientist needs to stay here to do some science, while the protagonist goes into the other dimension to shut the portal from within. And in order to do that, he needs to defeat a powerful creature. Fine, I'll do it. It's not like I haven't been there like 5 times today. Before we go, he gives us a disc that sheds more light about the invasion. Of course he worked with Betruger, and he admits how they used portals for dropshipping.
It would be powerful enough to transport large equipment, even dropships.
So Betruger dabbled in crypto and dropshipping? There's just no end to this chicanery. He also reveals exactly what started Betruger's descent into madness. Apparently, one day, the demons started talking to him in his dreams. They offered him great power in exchange for Earth itself. I don't know why they chose him. Did they think that he was the king of the planet or something?
Yes. Demons contacted him through his dreams, offering him unimaginable powers. But they demanded he find a way to help them reclaim Earth.
But I mean, yeah, sure. Sounds good. Only an idiot would refuse such a good deal. We activate the portal, see the inside of my anus again, and voila, we're back. Oh, someone dropped a BFG here. Don't mind if I do? It must have fell out of their pocket. Is that skull crying lava? That's hot. Gotta say, I never thought I would use a projectile from a Keko demon to kill a pink demon in hell. There's a few trippy set pieces, like this. Hell is cool. There's even a lovely boat ride across some lava. Kind of reminds me of my trip to Europe. Also, a zombie gets crushed by whatever this is. This is the final stretch. We go from one arena to the next, to a floating demonic castle. The S-Spider is back, but now we have rockets and a big future gun, so she just dies in like 5 seconds. There's a familiar looking door here that leads us to the last gauntlet of enemies. They stand no chance. They can't even stand anymore, actually. We find the teleporter, but before we can destroy it for good, we're ambushed by the remaining demons, followed up by the final boss, which is the icon of Nah, it's actually the Guardian from Doom 3, and he doesn't have those seekers that came out of his blue ball. He's vulnerable from the start, so you can shoot him just like any other enemy, meaning that, you know, it's super easy. Before destroying the teleporter, the scientist teleports the protagonist back to safety. So I guess if it weren't for these guys, everything the Doom Marine did in the base game would be for naught. Okay, the reinforcements from Earth appear, and I guess they lied when they said the Marine was the only survivor, because this guy and the scientist also survived.
Nice work, Marine.
Monkeys.
I'm gonna say it, the last mission expansion is underrated. There's not a ton of interesting stuff here in terms of story, but in terms of gameplay, it's just pure fun. It's like Doom 3 on steroids. It takes the main campaign's long intro, big levels, and enemies, and condenses them into a short but sweet experience. You get into the action right away, and you don't stop. Not many have played it, which is a shame. This is the main reason to get the BFG edition. Even if you don't really like Doom 3, you might enjoy it. Even if it does take like 3 hours to complete. But what are you gonna do instead? Masturbate 10 times? I just said that the last mission expansion is underrated. Well, actually, all of Doom 3 is underrated. A lot of people are pooping on it because it's not like the old and the new games, and you need to use the flashlight and the shotgun and the blah blah blah. I mean, okay, those things are true, but it doesn't matter. It's still good. If you like spooky stuff, then play it. Be one of the cool kids. Yes, it can be tedious with all of the monsters and the closets and the darkness, but not only is it fun, It also has a lot of cool tech stuff. I'm pretty sure this was the first game where I saw some kind of touch screen. It blew my tiny mind. Prey was the second game. This was nice, but now it's time to move on to the new ages. With all the ripping and the tearing, the Eternals, the Ancients and the Gods, and eventually the Dark Ages. Even though we've just been in the Dark Ages. Get it? Because we play Doom 3 and it's dark? Did I make that joke already? Oh, and the spookiest thing you're gonna hear in this video is that I made a Twitter account. It's a garbage website, but I'll use it to update you when I upload a new video. Maybe. If I don't forget. Go follow me there. What's that? X? Never heard of it. Thanks for watching up until now. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of the YouTube stuff, and enjoy listening to this song again.